EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Indianapolis Colts.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So that'll back them up 5. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run with Taylor. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big run there. 29 yards and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Taylor. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks' 43-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
This is Hines. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 12-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
4 yards on the pickup.
Taylor. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
Taylor again.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Taylor. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
On 1st down, Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down, Seahawks.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They run the counter. It's Carson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Philip Dorsett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Second down, here's Eason. And that'll be
incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brings up third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
In your face. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
They'll take over.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Gain of 12.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
With the score, Seahawks 7, Colts 3.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the Colts 28-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
And he's got Lockett. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 3.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Colts 3. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Quick throw here caught by Gabriel. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of...
Never make the mistake that these slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Eason off the play fake. Rolling to his right. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The give to Taylor. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Hines. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the...
It's caught at the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 57 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through. So conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. An 8-yard gain, so that gets them halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more.
3rd and 8.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. All the talk when Russell Wilson came into the league about his height, you know, those big defensive linemen, can he get the ball over him? You get him outside the pocket like that, doesn't really matter.
No, it really doesn't, and you're exactly right. Many people dinged him for that and said, how's he going to see over NFL linemen? He never did, right? At whatever level, he saw through them and found pockets and windows to throw the football. But as you noted, when he's outside the pocket and his vision is totally clear, oh, look out, because he's going to find someone downfield, as we just saw there.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
By the Seahawks.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. But DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They run it with Carson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 3rd down, it's Carson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
For Indianapolis.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 20.
They run again with Carson.
tough day, tough sledding right there, and has been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. He can run for it, and he will. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
First down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They set up the screen to Penny. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Brings up 4th down.
53, check 53. I got you. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Oh, there's Pop. Let's go. And we got Mike, number 50.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A
loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun is Eason. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown.
Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Seahawks 34, Colts 3. Michael Dixon, the kickoff.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Eason. Campbell making the catch. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
At the 50-yard line.
On the handoff, Taylor. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. They find some open field here. Bye-bye, Beasley. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and no thought of a return here for Hines. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Third down and 11.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting him out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. On first down, Carson. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
7 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. Now Hausch can attack on the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Seahawks 48, Colts 3. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at